Welcome back to another video of RV Outdoors. As you can't tell already, I have a nice little project on my hands. My stepdad found this old motor at a yard sale. He picked it up for me for my birthday and gave it to me. Now I believe this is a mid-50s Scott Atwater 5-horse outboard. It even came with the original Scott Atwater stand and gas tank. He said he bought this motor package from an old guy that had this sit in his barn for many years, as you can't tell. I've never even popped the hood of this motor yet to see what it looks like. All I know is it seems like it rolls over. I've never owned or worked on one of these motors before, but I've heard they were pretty good. So today I'll take you guys up close and we'll see what we can do to get it running. The gas tank itself is in pretty good shape on the outside. The primer bulb is rock hard and the hose needs to be replaced. But I think the gas can itself is pretty restorable. Let's see what the inside looks like. Ooh. Looks like there's old gas or something in there. A little bit of rust. That's not good. We'll see after a little bit if I can rinse this gas can out any and remove any of this yucky stuff out. Worst case scenario, I can just put some gas tank sealant in it and it'll be all brand new. Here's the motor itself. It looks very complete in original condition. You can tell it's been sitting for many, many years. It does look like on this side it's missing the Scott Atwater decal. But you can see right here, it's a 5-horse. It's got the shifter here, which I'm actually very surprised. It's got forward, neutral, and reverse. Here's the fuel connector and the carburetor rich and lean. Here's the twist grip throttle, which looks like that's seized up, so we'll have to clean that up and lubricate it. Here's the serial number and model number. Can't beat this, working on old outboards, and the turkeys and squirrels are over visiting. Rumor has it my stepdad only paid $25 for this motor, stand, and gas can, which is a really good deal. I think I'm going to go ahead and open this hood up for the first time and see what we have to look at. Looks like this one just unlatches. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. Would you all just check out this mouse house, man. It's like the Holiday Inn for mice right here. I'm really surprised this hood's actually very solid metal. Wow, would you guys just look at this right here? They took up about every square inch of space in here. From the outside, I would have never known there was a mouse nest in there. Looks like we got an old school Tillotson carburetor. Made in the USA. Alright, well I assume there's no living mice in here right now, but if there is, then they're getting evicted. Well, the mouse nest was officially demolished. I'll rinse all this rest of stuff out soon. But unfortunately, I would say that those mice have done a number on this engine block. Mouse pee just corrodes stuff horribly. Well, the next plan of attack is I'm going to wash this motor out some. I have some degreaser in a spray bottle and a little scrubby. And we'll see if we can get any of this rubbish out. Anybody want some chocolate milk? Well, I'm gonna guess the resident of this house died a long time ago. It's amazing what a little soap and water does. There's a few spots that I missed, but for a quickie job, it was pretty good. Look how clean the inside of the hood is. It's almost like a dog bowl. The engine looks a lot cleaner without that mouse house in here. It's disappointing how much corrosion they did, but hopefully it doesn't affect much. Well, let's take these plugs out and see what we have to deal with. Both plugs are pretty nasty. I'm going to give the cylinders a triple shot of WD-40, as long as a few other moving parts. I'm going to give her a couple smooth pulls to let the WD-40 go in the cylinders. Definitely getting smoother. Well, with a little bit of WD-40 on the mag plate joints, I got this throttle moving. Really smooth. It's amazing what a little lube does. Next up, I'm going to check for compression. Well, do we look at that? In the top cylinder, we have right around 65 psi. Let's check the bottom next. Well, the bottom cylinder, we have 60 psi, which is pretty even for this old motor. I think she'll run if she has spark. By chance, let's see if this old girl has any spark. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any. Let's check the bottom. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any spark on either cylinder. In the process of taking this flywheel off this motor, I had to remove a bolt here, and this bolt, and this whole bracket comes off. So there's a nut behind it. Then you lift this up, take your nut, then this bracket slides out. Then now the rewind starter's free. Just like so, and there's the flywheel. And we'll remove this nut next. Well, by surprise, it looks like we have a pair of original Wyco coils, but made by Wyco Electric Co., West Springfield, Massachusetts. I'm going to take some 400 grit sandpaper, open up the points, and pull the sandpaper out, put it back in, pull it out. Do that as many times as you'd like. Well, I was able to get the flywheel back on and the recoil back on. Here's the spark plugs, and we're going to check to see if we have spark. Awesome, would you look at that? We have spark on both cylinders. Alright, well, I was finally able to get this motor in a bucket of water here, and I wasn't able to hook the gas line up to the tank that came with this motor because it was a little bit dirty still, and I didn't really have the time today to clean it out. So I jerry-rigged a connector to the tank, and we're going to plug it in. I researched this motor, and it said it calls for 16:1 gas to oil, so that's what I put in with recreational fuel. Pump her up. Well, it wasn't getting gas at first, so I decided to hook a gas line right to the fuel pump. Hey! Not sure where we're supposed to pee from, but well, as you could see in the last clip, I had this motor running really good, and I was surprised on how well it ran for not having to clean the carburetor. I'll have to put new gas lines on the motor under the hood because they were pretty dry rotten, and one had a crack somewhere, so I'll do that at home when I have more supplies ready. I didn't run this motor a whole lot in the barrel because unfortunately it's not pumping any water. I could find where the water pee hole was, and I tried blowing air into it and everything, and it just didn't seem to want to pump any water. I even put the motor lower in the water and it wouldn't pump any or anything, so I didn't want to overheat it. So my next step is I'm gonna try searching on eBay or find a part number that I can buy a new water pump for this and replace that, and maybe we'll have it on a lake soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.